Welcome, boys and girls of the YouTubes. Welcome to another video. Yesterday was my last day of bulking. That means that today is the first day of my summer cut. Now I'm gonna do things a little differently in this cut compared to the last cuts I did. I feel like I have a little more knowledge and a little more experience now compared to the last time. That will make my life a little bit easier. And so I thought I'd make this video for you guys, share the experience. Hopefully it will help you guys achieve that summer shredded physique that I know you're looking for. Without further ado, let's jump over to the whiteboard and let me explain what I'm gonna do differently this time compared to the last time. All right, so usually the cutting advice you will get as to how to start your cut is to first calculate your TDEE, all right, or your total daily energy expenditure. TDEE. All right, now my TDEE happens to be around 2,400 calories, okay? Usually the advice is to take this amount, your total daily energy expenditure. This is the amount of calories your body needs on a daily basis in order to, function and to do everything you do in a certain day. Usually the advice is to take this amount and to lower that by 500 calories. All right, so we're going to take 500 calories off and we'll end up at 1,900 calories. This would be your advice as to your amount of calories you need to cut, okay? To create a deficit of 500 calories a day, 3,500 a week, that should result in around a weight loss of around a pound a week, okay? Also, the advice that people usually give is as soon as you start your cut, add cardio, okay? So we're gonna do cardio right off the bat and keep doing that amount of cardio for as long as necessary, okay? There's nothing wrong with this approach. I've done this in the past and it works. The results are there. You will start to lose weight quickly. But the problem is, at a certain point, you will hit a plateau. Meaning that your body will get used to the fact that it's getting in 1,900 calories a day. And it will also get used to the fact that you're doing all that cardio that you incorporated into your cutting phase, all right? What that means is, as soon as you hit that plateau, the weight loss will just stall. And basically, from there on, there's nowhere to go except to lower your calories even further and to add even more cardio. Which obviously sucks because nobody likes to do cardio and we all like to eat. So what I'm gonna do for this cut, I'm gonna do things a little differently, okay? I'm gonna start at my TDEE, okay? So I've been in bulk for a long time, for months on end, and I want to get my body used to the fact that it's gonna get less calories than it's been used to getting all these months, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower my calories to the 2,400, which is my total daily need. And for the first week, I'm gonna do nothing, okay? I'm just gonna eat at that 2,400 calories. Now this will result probably, I'm expecting, in a little bit of weight loss. Obviously that's not gonna be fat I'm losing, it's just gonna be water and the glycogen levels which will be dropping. So that will result in a little bit of weight loss, probably not that much though. For the second week, I'm gonna slowly incorporate cardio, okay? I'm slowly gonna introduce a little bit of cardio, nothing crazy, maybe 3 times a week, 20 to 30 minutes, and that will be it. By introducing that cardio, I am creating a little bit of a deficit, all right? Fueling that weight loss, okay? The weight loss will start to happen from there on out. When I hit a plateau, when the weight loss slows down or maybe even stalls completely, I will have a lot of options here, okay? I still have only a little bit of cardio incorporated into my workout routine, so I can up the cardio, the amounts of cardio I do, so the times of cardio I do a week. I could also up the total time spent doing cardio, so I could go from 20 to 30 minutes to maybe 40 minutes, whatever suits my my needs at that point. What I can also do is start to gradually lower those calories, okay? At this point, I'm still at 2,400 calories. The point here is to keep the calories as high as possible for as long as possible. Because I'm still in a deficit, I'm gonna be losing weight, okay? I'm gonna be dropping body fat and still be at a pretty high amount of calories compared to what I normally would be. I would normally be around 1,900, and if I were to hit a plateau, I would have to lower that even more. In this case, I'm gonna be still at 2,400 calories, slowly introducing cardio, and then gradually on, if I hit certain plateaus and the weight loss stalls, I will be dropping the calories little by little by little by little. Now, what I want you to do is to look at, cardio and lowering your calories as separate tools, okay? They're both separate tools to create a calorie deficit. Okay, you can either create a deficit by lowering the amount of calories you eat on a certain day, but you can also create a deficit by raising the amount of calories you need on that given day or at any given day by doing cardio, by adding cardio to your workout routine. But what I want you to do is to look at these things as two separate tools, okay, that will eventually do the same thing. But if you throw them at your goals all at once, all right, it's not necessary, okay? You can start by applying one tool to reach the goals you want. If that tool at a certain point fails, you can then add another tool. If you do both at once, obviously you're gonna get results, but like we talked about, if you're gonna hit a plateau, you will be out of options basically, okay? And this is giving you more options in your fat loss journey. Now, I hear you think, what about carb cycling? Isn't that what carb cycling is for? To keep the weight loss, to keep the fat loss going once you've hit a plateau. This, of course, this is true, okay? Carb cycling is also a tool you can utilize in order to lose fat, okay? If you don't know what carb cycling is basically just taking in different amounts of carbs on different days. So there are going to be high days where you eat a lot of carbs, and there are going to be low days where you're going to eat, a lot less carbs, and maybe some middle days where you're in between with your carb intake. This also means that the calories on those days are going to be different, okay? On high days, calories are going to be higher. On low days, calories are going to be lower. The idea behind this is that your body gets different kinds of energy levels, different kind of energy inputs on those days, and therefore keep your metabolic system going, resulting in an ongoing fat loss, even if you've maybe hit a plateau. The thing with carb cycling though is that you're gonna have to compensate for the high days on the low days. So on average, throughout the week, you're gonna have the same deficit basically, but the calorie intakes are gonna be different on different days. On high days where you have a lot more calories, you're gonna have to compensate that for lower calories on your low day. They're probably gonna be pretty low, and those days are gonna suck, okay? So it is a tool, you can definitely use it, but like we talked about before, you have to view it as a separate tool, okay? You've got your creating a deficit by taking in less calories, so lowering your calories. You've got your cardio, creating a deficit by adding more energy expenditure, so more energy needs, and you've got your carb cycling, okay? There are many other tools out there, but the thing is, guys, I want you to view these tools as they are, as separate tools you can use in your weight loss journey. What I'm gonna do for this cut is gradually take down the calories and gradually introduce cardio. That hopefully will make this cut a lot more enjoyable, make it a lot less hard, and by the end, we'll have pretty much the same results, hopefully. By the way, guys, if you do not know what your TDE is, or you would like to know how to calculate it, there are many different calculators out there on the internet that are very easy to use. It's very easy to calculate your TDE. I will put some links in the description below where you can calculate your own total daily energy needs. Good place to start is ifym.com. Okay, if it fits your macros.com. You will find different calculators there, some overall calculators that will calculate the amount of calories you need to either lose weight or gain weight. But there's also a TDEE calculator that will calculate your total daily needs and that will help you set up either your bulk or your cut depending on what your goals are. Okay guys, now what I would advise you to do is to create a little sheet like this, like I've done here. I just made this in Excel. It's very easy to do and it's very handy to track your progress during your cut or even your bulk. I did this in my bulk as well. So basically what I'm doing here is I've got all the weeks here, 17 weeks of cutting planned out. I've got the days here and I register my weight every day. So every morning when I wake up, after I went to the bathroom, I weigh myself, put down the weight I had that morning at that given day, okay? This will allow me to track my weight loss or your weight gain during a bulk. It's not only very motivating, but it will also give you a lot of information as to how your body responds to the certain things you do during your cut. And that will tell you whether some things work, whether other things don't work. It will just give you a lot of insight into your cut, okay? What I do at the end of the week is I calculate an average, okay? So I add up all the weights I registered during that week, add them all up, divide them by 7, and that will give me my average weight of that week. The plan for that is to be able to check throughout the weeks what my weight loss is, okay? I want to be aiming at least about a half a kilo a week, around a pound a week, and that should come up in this column right here. All right, now the other thing is I check my body fat, okay? Yeah, I'm currently at around 20%. That's really, really bad. It was a little dirtier bulk than I initially planned out to do, but hey, we're gonna be well below 10% after this cut, so don't worry guys. The result is gonna be there. I'm not even sure if the 20% is that accurate actually, because the skin fold caliper I have at this moment it's pretty crappy, so I'm not sure how accurate that is. It might be off a couple of percent, but it doesn't really matter as long as we're consistent with the same measurements. We should see the results come up. All right, so I'm going to be measuring my body weight around every 4 weeks here and put it down in that field over there. Then at the end I have my calorie adjustments, okay? Every time I adjust my calories, you see here I started at 2400, which is my TDEE. Every time I adjust my calories, I'm going to put it in this column right here, and that should give me a good insight as to what that's doing to my weight in that certain week, okay? That will give me a lot of information. Hopefully this is helpful, guys. If you would like to have a scheme like this as well, just leave it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to send it to you, no problem. But it's also very easy to make in Excel or in Word or whatever program you're using. All right, so we've gotten a few cutting essentials here, stuff that I do not necessarily use when I'm in a surplus, when I'm bulking, but I do like to use when I'm cutting because it just makes life a whole lot easier. We've got our liquid egg whites. That's very convenient in the morning. Just chuck it in a pan, fry it up, and you've got your eggs done for the morning. We've got a big bag of frozen berries. We've got strawberry, blueberry, cherries, raspberries, and red berries. I use that for all kinds of things. I chuck it into shakes. I use it to make protein fluff, and I also put it in my Greek yogurt. Speaking of Greek yogurt, got that right there, fat-free Greek yogurt. This is not Greek yogurt, but it's a very good alternative. It's Icelandic yogurt called skyr, and what's good about this is that it's also 0% fat like the Greek yogurt, but the protein is a lot higher, guys. So for this, the Greek yogurt, protein is at, sorry, I have a bit of a cold, so I have like a dripping nose. Sorry about that, it's quite disgusting, I know. So protein 6.5 grams per 100, and the skyr has got 11 grams per 100, so that's almost twice the protein content, and it's also a lot thicker, so it fills you up really good. We've got some sweetener here. Obviously, I'll use that in the yogurts and stuff. We've got almond milk, because during a cut, I don't like to use regular milk because it's just too high in calories, and almond milk is a good alternative. It's not as good taste-wise, if you ask me, compared to regular milk, but you know, that's the sacrifices you have to make when you're cutting. Now this is something you put in water and you've got yourself a nice little drink. It's very, very low in calories, and you know, it's just a nice alternative to just drinking water. And there we have our 0-calorie monsters, a couple of white ones, a couple of red ones. I like to use that either as a pre-workout drink or just during the day because I like them. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's going to be the first episode in a series of videos I'm going to be doing called Ripped for Summer, where I will be documenting every step of my cut leading up to summer 2016. If you want to follow me on this journey, please be invited to do so and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I'm really curious as to what you guys are going to be doing to get in shape for this summer. So leave a comment below telling me what your cut is going to be like, what your routine is going to be like, and maybe we can help each other out achieving that physique we're looking for, guys. Thank you so much once again, and I will see you on my next video.